Hi, my name is Guy Tomlinson. I race pigeons at club, federation and national level competitively. I race pigeons using the Tauris ETS electronic timing system. The reason I chose Tauris is they've been in the business for 17 years. It's a fully tried and tested product. As you'll see from this DVD, at this loft, it's a working man's loft. There's nothing been dressed up, sold especially for this DVD. It's as you see it, it's as you find it. The managing director of Tauris is a family man called Eckhard Reuter. The support he's given me has been absolutely fantastic, right from when I first decided, showed interest in Tauris. The support he's given me has been absolutely brilliant, along with the rest of the team. And when I say the rest of the team, it's a family-run team. Everybody is treated fair and equally, and Mr. Reuter is always available at any time. I'm going to show you the way that I trap my pigeons in here. It's widowwood cocks. Any pigeon over 2 years old will have always been used to racing through an open door. I modified and created my own way of trapping the birds. As you'll see, it's quite simple, very little cost involved. So I'll start now by dropping this trap board. As you'll see, it's on the chain. This trap board here, the birds land on the trap board, they walk in the loft. I will show you where the sensor pad is very shortly. Here we have a 23-inch hole, roughly 11 inches high. The bird lands, he can't fly straight through the hole, lands on the trap board, walks into the loft. I'll now open the door. I'll just move around and show you. There is the sensor pad. It's 22 inches long, very rigid, very robust, watertight. However, when I say watertight, I don't mean taking this leak it out and it's like rainbow all oil, but it just slides in there, it goes in that way. As you'll see, it slides in there. 5-metre cable to connect to the next pad. As you'll see, the bird lands. As he walks through here, this is on the inside confines of the loft, it's on the inside of the door. This is adhering to RPRA rules. When the birds are in, all he's bothered about going back out. As you know, widowwood cocks, when they come in, they're only bothered about getting in the box. That's what they race down for. So we have no need for bob wires, no need for any obstruction. This is exactly how we trap the birds in number 1 and 4 sections. 2 sections are identical. The birds are in, all you do after exercise is shut the board back up, pull it back down, and it's as simple as that. I'm now going to move on to the middle section where the corridor is and show you how we trap the birds in sections 2 and 3. Here we've got the corridor section, that's section 2, that's section 3. Again, we had old birds racing here this year. Just like anybody else, we have losses, so I've just filled this with hens, a few late breds in here. You'll see the sensor pad is here. Again, that side, the thin side faces the outside of the loft. There's the 5-metre cable, just tucked away for this demonstration. The bird lands in the corridor, walks through the bob hole here. Again, no bob wires, walks straight over the pad, straight up to his box. Again, only interested in one thing, that's why he's raced out. The birds are home. What we do, just refit this again. Totally very cheap. Again, no special traps. As you'll see, the pad is on the inside confines of the loft. Again, adhering to RPRA rules. So there's no issues there. Quite simple. First pad connects to the second pad, to the third pad, to the fourth pad. With Tauris, you can run 4 22-inch pads off 1 clock without needing a boost power supply. That is the quality of the product, and I say quality and I mean quality. It is first class, absolutely first class. I myself have used it for 3 years, along with members of my own club for 3 years, and I can honestly say, hand on heart, we have never had an issue. I'm going to move from this section now to the young bird section and show you exactly how we trap the birds in the young bird section. As I said, it's a working man's loft, nothing dressed up, this is what you see. So I'll move over now onto the young bird section. Here we are, the young bird section. We've got a 16-foot flight bolted, a permanent fixture onto a 20-foot loft. Again, quite simple. Here's the landing board, comes down, birds land on the board, straight through the bob wires. People are going to see straight away that the bird can go in and out through them bob wires. That's done on purpose. All week the birds are allowed to come in and out through them bob wires when they're playing around on here. and the cocks are spinning, etc. We allow them in and out. They know then there's nothing to be afraid of with the bob wires. That's the main thing. Then on Saturday, before the birds are due home, we had 2 extra bob wires. So that section and this section can stay the only 2 sections we trap through. Then when the bird's in the loft, it's impossible to get back out. Unlike the old birds, the youngsters will race home, but the last thing I want to do is win a big race, and then when the bird, someone comes to verify the pigeon, it not be here. Thus we keep the bird inside the loft. You'll see there are 3 sections. However, on this section, now the pigeons are split. We have 22 hens in one side, 17 cocks in the other side. We have no need to use the 3 traps. That was only when they're all together. Now we just use these 2. I'm going to move on to the inside of the loft to show you exactly now where the pads are and the way the birds come in through the traps. So we'll move on to inside the loft. Here we are on the inside of the young bird section. As I showed you on the outside, the bird lands on the outside through the bob wire. As the bob wire comes up, pigeons on the pad, we've got him timed. Bob wire back down, pigeon comes into the loft, always fed in the corridor. Again, nice simple little construction for the pad to fit in. There's the 5 metre cable. There's the pad. As I said, these pads are out from the first young bird race to the last young bird race, hail, rain, wind, blow or snow. So as you can see again, dead easy, quite simple construction, no posh traps costing you money. Keep it easy, keep it simple, then the birds have no hesitation on trapping. The next bit of DVD shoot we're going to do, I'm going to have the birds exercising out and the cocks, and we'll watch the birds come in and we'll see them actually time onto the system. So I'm going to release the pigeons very shortly and then we'll watch them come and time themselves in. Here we've got the Tauris clock, a man's clock, very light, very robust, quite simple. I'm going to put the clock into training mode ready to time the birds in. There's the lead coming from the sensor pad, that goes in the top, power lead which can be a 12 volt car battery, or the mains which I'm fortunate enough to have. That goes in the side of the clock. You'll see my name come on the screen. It says G&A Tomlinson, stock 64, stroke 64. It means I've got 64 birds entered in this clock, of which all 64 are assigned. And today's date, the 1st of the 9th, 17:20 19 seconds. It's quite easy to put this clock into training, ready to time in. All we do is we press the start. As you see, 9's flashing for train, so we press the 9, and the hash is flashing. This is a hash, just like a telephone keypad. We press the hash. It tells you to please wait, and then it will say O2 sensors. That is now perfect and ready to time the birds in as I whistle them in from the exercise flight. So we'll wait now till the birds are ready to come in, and then we'll just watch it operate. Here we are. I hang the clock up in the waterproof clock bag outside. It's in training mode ready for the birds coming in. So I'm going to drop the trap board now, whistle the birds, and we'll see it in operation. Thank you. Come on. Here we are, all the birds are in the loft. So now we'll just feed them up at night and tuck them away. Thank you very much. As you'll see now on the screen of the clock, we've got the date and the actual time running as it is as we speak. At the bottom here we've got the date and the time the last bird was timed on from the exercise flight. We've got 19 birds exercised, 19 recorded on the clock. To find the first bird we just scroll back using that arrow. That's the 18th, 17th, 16th, 15th, and so on, right back till we get the first one. And there's the first one, timed at 17, 25 and 20. 25, 21, 25, 22, 25, 22, 25, 23, 25, 23, 25, 23, 25, 23, 25, 24. So as you can see, we clearly had 4 there on the same second. As I said, the system is absolutely fantastic. In 3 years, never ever has it failed or let me down. Such is the quality of the Tauris electronic timing system. To clear this clock so these birds could be exercised again tomorrow or trained tomorrow is quite simple. You just press the start, the 9 for train, and this time you just press the 0, that cancels it, back to number 9 again, and the hash. Them birds are now all cleared from that clock and it's ready to use again. That's how simple the Tauris ETS is to operate. As I've already said, it's a fantastic product, works superb off a car battery. Again, you can power 4 22-inch sensor pads without needing a boost power supply. That is the quality of the product. The clock, as I said, it's robust, superb manufactured. Everything with Tauris is manufactured in Germany. I've actually visited the factory myself and seen it, everything, all the components being made, the pads, the rings, every ring is tested. There's just no downside to it whatsoever. After 17 years, I think this is the company where I've certainly got it right. There will be a further DVD being published which shows you the actual installation of the software, etc. for the club secretary. I'll take you right through the step-by-step instructions how to operate it. But the main thing that Fancier needs to know is that Gary Tomlinson is always available 24 hours a day as a backup support if he was ever needed. To be quite honest with you, most of the questions I get asked are repeated over and over again, and it's quite simple. Probably just the wrong key's been pressed on this clock. You press the wrong key, it's quite simple. You take the power lead out, put the power lead back in the side, the clock resets itself, and that's whether it's in training mode or race mode. That's again the quality of the product. Fantastic. So I'll finish now. I hope you've enjoyed it. As I said, sorry about the loft and etc., but it's a working man's loft, no stressed up. It's not the loft, it's what's inside the loft. Good pigeons, good timing system, good management. So thank you very much.